Andre Ellington with a slot at the bottom, a very good receiver.
Jumping in is Earl Thomas to break it up. Needed it off to the races. That was Jeremy Lane, but Keelan made Palmer get rid of the ball in a hurry. So fourth down, and they can bring in the punting.
Earl Thomas came about 12 yards deep that time and almost made this play. He recognizes it right away, knew exactly what it was, and almost had a pick six right there.
Arizona would be a half game out with a win, or 2.5 back with a loss. Seattle gets the ball to start the second half, and going to run it out of the end zone. 8 yards deep is Tyler Lockett. To the outside he comes and gets bumped out of bounds up at the quarter.
Well, they really miss a running game. You know, you see it so much now without Marshawn Lynch.
Kristen Michael. They're going to get Thomas Rawls back in a couple of weeks. He started the second down and 6. And this is Michael setting up the 3rd and 3.
Some third downs just to give that defense a break.
They're 0 for 5 on 3rd down. They have only 2 first downs in the game. Wilson fires, and there's number 3, and he finally connects with Graham.
Breath away, and he got up from that, and he said, well, if I survive that, I must be all right.
Ball at the 49-yard line. And Wilson finds his man. It's Kearse making the catch. Flag on the play, however. And Terry McCauley would give us the call.
Pass interference, offense number 15. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That is Kearse. He pushed off before making the catch. Back they come.
Working against Marcus Cooper up here. There's always at the top of the route a little stuff, but I don't know. You know, again, it's easy to see the arms extended. It's harder to see if it had an effect. And, you know, these guys sometimes, back judges are 25, 30 yards away, so they just got to do the best they can.
Seattle has not run a single play from Arizona territory tonight. Deepest penetration has been their own 46. Now on a 1st and 20, that's no gain. He gets.
People know what kind of player he is now.
Yeah, you think you're at the Phoenix Suns game when he walks out into the field. And another flag here.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And that's going to make it second. Jets out of the end zone. Jets limited to 3. 2nd and 26. Little screen. Michael. But again, that's defense very well. 3rd and 24 from the 35-yard line. 4-man rush. Shot over the middle, and they'll give him 8 yards. No, 48 yards per boot. Britton Golden back to get this one, but this is going to be well short of that average. And Carson Palmer playing with the short deck, but Michael Floyd does come back in, and Palmer gets whacked as he releases, and that's Cliff Averill, who spent a good portion of the first half in the Arizona backfield.
Well, when you bring pressure in the middle, it means sometimes that you have to block down, and when you block down, you're going to end up with a guy like Cliff Averill coming off the edge with absolutely nobody. Jared Valdir just let him go, and Carson Palmer had no idea. They are lucky this is not a turnover.
2nd and 10. Goes Johnson, and just with sheer will.
Is part of the offense really on either team.
90 yards from scrimmage. You go 5 wide here, and you got action on the right side of the Seattle defensive line. That's Frank Clark.
Man.
Defense number 55.
Wow, 3rd and 3 and a jump.
And
yep, 3rd and 3 and a first down.
That hurts. Freebie.
Palmer from his own 36-yard line. Quick toss. Fitzgerald And Larry at the age of 33 still doing it. Gain of 8.
Riding this train for a while now.
2nd and 2, and there's Johnson again showing that patience and just trying to find enough room, and he does, and takes the ball to the midfield stripe. Halfback. Play action, that buys time, and then Johnson makes the catch and adds about 8 more to his. 2nd down and 2 from the 43. Johnson again, and this time he gets stood up by Shed for 2.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 20, blow to the head. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Jeremy Lane again.
Locked here. Right there. And he got his hand up underneath the face mask. And it was Lane just before the half who almost got that foul as well. So there's the shot. It was keeping this drive moving.
Andre Ellington now in the backfield. They give it to him, and before he can take it away, another flag.
Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Tight end Jermaine Gresham. Time of possession, of course, one-sided. Arizona's had the ball twice as much, and they've had about 3 times as much yardage. And in terms of first downs, add that one to this list. Arizona has 15 and Seattle has 3.
This is an old-style slug-it-out Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears in the snow and the mud, 3-0 defensive war out here.
Woody Hayes and Bo Schembechler.
Yeah.
Over the middle, making the catch, taking it to the 20. And Dan Quinn wound up with head coaching jobs at Jacksonville and Atlanta, respectively. Here's Johnson. And he gets turned back at the 26-yard line. 6 out of 11 converting on 3rd down. Palmer over the middle, caught Johnson, but he's going to probably be tackled a little short of it. Let's see where they spot it. Right. Makes the stop. They're going to spot it inches short. They're going to run it. And they give it to Johnson, and boy, that's very close. And again, doesn't look like he gained anything. And if he didn't, it's going to be Seattle's ball. Way to lay on pile. Johnson through the middle. Put it down at just about the same spot. There's no gain. And they turn it over to the Seahawks. To work from his own 18. Seattle able to get nothing going tonight, averaging 3 yards per play. And that's caught up at the 21-yard line. Jermaine. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Michael to the 26.
I just can't remember a game in which I have not seen Russell Wilson scramble around and make a throw. I can't remember one that I've seen.
Well, you go back to the knee and the ankle, and he kind of poo-poos it, but you tell me. 6 possessions, 6 punts. They go 5 wide, and Wilson fires over the middle, or tries to. And then the ball comes out at the end of the play, and McCauley comes in.
There are 2 fouls after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 76 pulling the player off the pile. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 92, defense pulling the player off the pile. The penalty's all set at the dead ball spot. 4th down.
All right, so it's Jermaine Ifedi, the #1 draft choice, and Frosty Rucker are the guys who get the penalties.
Calais Campbell's going to come on this loop and knock the ball backwards, and Russell Wilson's going to take it out of midair, and then Arcus Golden's going to make the tackle on it. And then here we go, and pulling people off the pile is
kind of like Brett Favre's first ever career pass. Ryan's punt, his 7th of the night, caught at the 23 and then tackled immediately. Golden ticks. Ball at the 20-yard line. And this is Johnson. So Peter taking over for Paul Hackett. 2nd and 5. They give it to Johnson, swinging to the outside again. Fights his way for a gain of about 3.
winning the Heisman Trophy.
Wins the Heisman and becomes the #1 overall pick in the draft the next spring by Cincinnati as Johnson picks up a hard-earned first down before he...
Defensive football game.
Palmer dropping back in the final minute of the quarter, and then over the middle winds up hitting Nelson, and he gets taken down from behind at the 45-yard line by Deshaun Shedd. Otherwise, he might have gone all the way. First things first, 3-0, and a first down here. And through the middle goes Johnson for a gain of 5 yards. Second down and 5 from the 40. And Johnson carries again. That's his 22nd carry of the night. And gets pushed all the way back, and crowd wants a...
And usually they're on and off the field very quickly.
And up in 10 different spots, and here goes Johnson. Picks up the first down, starts to stumble, stays on his feet, and gets all the way to the 14, but a flag down.
Holding, offense number 15. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
That's Michael Floyd again. It's third down and 4.
Andre Ellington in the slot at the bottom, a very good receiver.
5 wide. Oh, and jumping it is Earl Thomas to break it up. And he'd have been off to the races. And that was Jeremy Lane who put the heat on and made Palmer get rid of the ball in a hurry. So fourth down, and they're going to bring in the punting group.
Earl Thomas came from about 12 yards deep that time and almost made this play. He recognizes it right away, knew exactly what it was, and almost had a pick six right there.
So they're not going to fool around with a potential 57-yard field goal attempt. Ryan Quigley sends it down to the 8-yard line. 12. It remains 3-0. 13 minutes remaining in regulation. And it's a 7-yard gain here. Their longest gain tonight, Seattle, 14 yards on the pass to Graham. And it's the first down here for Michael. You know that one team, only the 4th first down of the night for the Seahawks. Wilson under pressure, sliding away. Flag is thrown again.
So Wilson doesn't get out and beat him with some runs.
First and 20 from the 11-yard line. Pressure again. And then deep downfield, and Baldwin cannot make a one-handed catch, which he's done many.
Who was a dynamic receiving threat last week in order to play C.J. Precise, but Precise really so far hasn't been a factor.
Second and 20. Sling it to the outside. Great tackle. Ball loose. And it's Michael who's there. Minter made 3rd and a quarter of the field, 25 yards. And Wilson is going to shovel it and paying the price. Precise.
Legal hits in past few weeks.
Came over from the Buccaneers. Ryan's had a busy night. Punt number 8 for him, and that will go out of bounds, or almost go out of bounds, as Wagner is on the sideline. And the pass is caught over the middle by Fitzgerald, and he takes it to the 44. And
hopefully it doesn't cramp up again, but he's a big part of it.
And he throws, and that's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Only 3 points. Averill knocked that last pass down. 3rd and 5. Palmer with a low snap. Gets away, and then Fitzgerald gets whacked before he has possession. That's incomplete. And it's Sherman knocking it away.
And almost take Larry Fitzgerald's head off there.
Now Quigley to punt. And that one bounces at the 1, and then
it's amazing. But really, it's fun for me to watch a defensive fight like this.
That last punt was only 24 yards net, skittering into the end zone, and it's a 1-yard gain here for
that he has sometimes in the past.
2nd and 9, and he tries to get it away. The ball is loose and recovered back at the 2-yard line. The guard was able to recover it. It's 3rd down and 29. And Wilson fires over the middle. Still looks okay on that throw. Baldwin makes the catch up at the 13. 2, yeah.
This is an offensive line. Just so you understand what's going on with Seattle. They pay a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they obviously play Russell Wilson and Doug Baldwin and some guys. But this offensive line is probably the least expensive offensive line in all of football right now.
And here's Ryan's kick. Golden backs up, collects at the 32. Brings it back to the 39. Eagles Cowboys from Arlington. Johnson now up to the 43-yard line.
Formula for the Cardinals tonight.
6.5 to go. Second down and 6. Carry number 25 is a first down. Taking it to the Seattle 47, but
holding offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Holding call on the tight end, Gresham. Left tackle Sowell on the cart. Palmer, he gets enveloped back at the 23-yard line. Cliff Averill spent a good part of this night in that Arizona backfield. First guy in on the sack. Loss of 9.
When you have 2 offensive linemen responsible for 1 guy and he still gets there, that's pretty good. Nice move by Averill inside. What a tremendous talent. He has been #1 since he came in the league with 24 sack fumbles. And he has just been relentless tonight.
It's a half a sack, third down and 25. Seattle may wind up with the ball in decent field position for a change. First things first, though, is Johnson is able to take the ball out to the 37-yard line. Seattle has not had the ball tonight in Arizona territory. Not only have they been shut out, their deepest penetration is their own 46. Ryan Quigley, Tyler Lockett is back. The running back got another flag here, and you got a block. The flag is down. The ball is picked up at the 31-yard line, and the tackle is made there at the 27-yard line. Tanner McAvoy came in. Marsh winds up with the football, but it's all about the penalty now.
Illegal motion, offense, penalties decline.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Your team has absolutely played their brains out.
And then you get a motion call here.
And essentially all you had to do probably for the rest of the game was punt the football. As long as you don't lose the game on the offensive side or special teams, you got to feel pretty good about what your defense is going to do. And finally, they broke. Yep. Finally, it was a special teams play. It was great defense. And finally, the Arizona team finally gave them a chance. And look at Pete Carroll.
So George Fant is now the left tackle. And Wilson on play action is going to dump it off on the outside to Baldwin. There's another flag. And Baldwin for the moment will have picked up the first down. However,
holding offense number 86. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Here's Brandon Williams, number 86. The illegal motion penalty was on Bethel, a Pro Bowl special teamer. And Wilson throws and overthrows for opportunity. So many games come down to that. 2nd and 20. Wilson fires over the middle, and that is taken in at the 22-yard line. But then incomplete. Doug Baldwin can't hold on. Hit by Swearinger. In 4th highest in history tonight. 3.3 yards per pass attempt. Precise in the backfield with him. The pass is caught at the 23-yard line. Well short of the first down. That's McAvoy, who blocked the kick. So he's the big hero at the moment. And we are knotted up at 3. So 4 minutes remaining in regulation. He hosted 2 Super Bowls, and both were classics. Home of the Cardinals and Arizona. 18 blocked kicks. Couple tonight. And Palmer finding the open guys. Turns out to be Fitzgerald, and we'll see what they give him forward progress.
Defense.
It's a gain of 5 as it turns out. 2nd down and 5. Palmer, look out from behind, and he gets taken down, and Averill's just having a fantastic night. He's had a few in his career. 8-yard sack. He has 2.5 sacks tonight, and it's 3rd down and 13.
But you just can't. Watch him use his hands here. This guy is one of the best, Cliff Averill, and using his hands. Just going to take Humphrey's hands and just swat him down as he comes around. And somehow Carson Palmer held on to that ball. I have no idea. That was Roethlisberger-esque holding on to that one. But you can't lose the game by letting these guys come get you on the defensive side. These are like sharks smelling blood now.
3rd and 13, and here they come on the blitz, and Palmer steps away from traffic, and a big first down to Floyd up at the 38-yard line.
To allow Carson Palmer to get that ball off and pick up the first down.
Pete Sherman takes us to the 2-minute warning.
And with a sack fumble, watch this side over here.
Ball at the 38-yard line. Johnson can't get out of the backfield. They're going to stop him behind the.
Hey, you may see one of the two sides taking a timeout to give themselves a chance.
Definitely. This is the key right here on 2nd and 12. And it is caught. Floyd makes the catch. He's out of bounds. That'll. 3rd and 2. Fitzgerald comes into the slot. Give it to Johnson, and he's going to get stopped short of the first down. Already seen what he can do.
Get a good punt here. You can start using Arizona's timeouts to try and keep them backed up. Probably not.
Not a good punt again. And it's caught at the 22. Lockett did not call for the fair catch. That's Bethel coming down and making the play. Flanked by the rookie Precise. 4-man rush. Pass a little underthrown, but caught. Lockett makes the catch. The clock with 1:03.
Well, they look like they're bringing everybody. We'll see if they drop out or not.
Baldwin out, moves over to the right side as they go 2 by 1. Here they come, and the pass is caught by Curse, and Curse is to his own 40-yard line, and he'll get out of bounds up near midfield.
It's now going on the offensive side when it matters most.
Up at the 48-yard line. Pressure put on Wilson. Gets away, flag is thrown, and he just slings that ball halfway to.
Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Gary Gilliam, the right tackle, again. Sowell's out of the game. So 1st and 20, back at the 38. Wilson.
Another hold.
Pocket breaks down, and now you got the ball taken up to the 40. Made the catch, but Carroll's going to watch the team go back even farther.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that's fan. You're a rookie at a Western in your timeouts.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if they can block him long enough to throw a pass anyway.
Keep it on the ground, and that's nothing. So it's going to be 2nd and 30. That's Precise. And Arizona letting the clock run down.
Really?
But yeah, interesting. Yeah, but you know, you stop it, and then they complete a 40-yard pass downfield, and you want to kill yourself.
I would rather take my chances with the timeouts.
I think so too. Considering
I would have burned all 3 of them.
Left tackle.
It was 2nd down and whatever 30,000 feet or whatever.
Yeah. So
I would have burned them all.
Arians decides that he's going to take his next chance with the coin toss.
That is the end of the regulation play. The play over.
So it's the end of regulation. Might say regulation was underwhelming. We know that. 3-3. There they are, 2-to-1 ratio in both total yardage and time of possession.
I mean, Arizona has to be sick looking at these numbers. Double.
Right.
You know, that's a game you win by 20 points.
Rushing is 3.
Action!